come out and play.
Welcome. Yes, you're in the new Providence. When niggas get to snapping like they got no common sense. When we approach with confidence, we vote with confidence. Cause offense swift enough to throw the hardest to the fence.
Yeah, bitch, I'm on top of my game. So we can take my picture, put it in a superstar frame.
Now I get steady looks, cause I got heavy push. A playmaker with the rock, no Reggie Bush. Yeah, the Betty look kinda like a heavy book. They ready shook cause they already heard the hook.
I like that.
We
New
ready.
intro.
We
Beer
ready.
Bros back in
It's spooky
building.
season. Beer Bros, we back in the building, man. It's time to get it going. Beer Bros, come out and play. I got my guys here with me, man. Nope, Silly C is absent. But I got my boy Jay Reeves, the gambler.
Oh, yes, sir. I don't know. That intro just gave me a whole bunch of energy, man. Let's get into it, baby.
All right, man. Well, let's go ahead and get it going because I'm glad you got that energy because we don't know what's going on with this Thursday night football game, but we're going to try to hip y'all to it. Jay Reeves, we got the Tampa Bay taking on the Buffalo Bills. What do you think about this game and what is Vegas saying about it?
Man, they got this game sitting at -8.5 for the Buffalo Bills, and this number's actually been fluctuating between -9.5 and now it's at -8.5. They have the Buccaneers +330 on the money line, and it's over under a 42 and a hooker walking down the street. Here's the thing with this game, man. Baker Mayfield is a little banged up, and it's kind of in question if he's going to play. It's a true game time decision. With that being said, the Buffalo Bills epic comeback and then collapse in New England last week, and everybody's looking at the Bills like, that ain't it, man. That ain't it. Nope.
Yeah, man, they're starting to be called frauds. A lot of the stuff people were saying about them and have been able to say them now are becoming applicable again. Like, man, you can't be a team that chokes against bad teams, you know what I'm saying, that shows up and beats like the Dolphins so like one-sidedly. Like the Buffalo Bills have become the NFL's new great mystery, and it's just you wonder where they're lacking. Josh Allen did underperform against a Belichick coach defense who had some good scheming against what Allen was ready to bring to the table. He was able to defend James Cook, who has been killing stuff this year, and just was able to do an overall good job against a lot of the effective people. Even the touchdowns that were scored, like that Diggs one, man, was all effort.
Ooh.
That was all effort, man. That was incredible, man. Broke like 3 tackles, man. Flipped it. I was just like, man, they crazy. So, I mean, I don't know what's going on with the Bills. They remain the mystery, just like the starting status of Baker Mayfield for this week. I know it's been tough for you to get a true line, and it's probably going to move and fluctuate a lot as this injury news continues to grow. What do you know about Baker's injury? Like, what's hurt and how bad is it hurt and what's going on?
Oh, boy, it really put me on the spot, man. I just know.
My bad.
No, man, I just know there's a big-ass Q next to his name.
That's what it is. He got back pains for carrying around that big ass Q. Maybe they should put that Q on him, you know, and that is something mandatory kind of with practice laws.
Yeah, so with Baker Mayfield, it's actually a knee issue that he's got going on, man. I had to look it over. You know, I had to do a deep dive right quick.
Yeah, I see you, baby. I'll try to jump in. I got you.
I appreciate you, man. But yeah, man, it's a knee issue that's holding him up. So we're gonna see. I don't know, man. Maybe he can slap a brace on that thing. Here's the thing: Baker Mayfield has actually been looking pretty good this season, man. I don't know, like it's still the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they're really not that great of a football team. But he's actually put some juice into this team and actually eked out a few wins, man. With that being said, with a knee injury, the Buffalo Bills looking real lackluster on defense because they have a lot of key players out on defense. So I don't know. Baker Mayfield may be able to shine a little bit, even with the injury.
Yeah, he might be able to, but there is some reminisce of the Jameis Winston-led Buccaneers just pre-Tom Brady. You know, it's kind of the same core with Godwin and Evans and that Chuck and Duck type offense. And then, just replace Doug Martin with Richard White. You know what I'm saying? And it just doesn't really seem like the type of team that's going to have very much success. Now, the NFC South has always been really tricky. Who's going to win it? But it's always a different team every year, and they're all kind of trash, kind of mid this year. None of them are going to make any noise in the playoff, probably be a first round exit, but somebody's going to be hosting a home game just for coming out of the AFC South as the winner. Jay Reeves, what's the line on this game? How are we looking? I think I probably will go with the Buffalo Bills with the Florida team coming up north to take on Buffalo. I think that's a long travel and could be some questionable weather, but I am going to go with the Buffalo Bills in this game. Jay Reeves, who are you taking? Then I would like to kind of dive in some prop bets.
Man, I would really like if this number was -6.5, like under a touchdown. -8.5 with the way the Buffalo Bills been looking. They're like heckling.
Try again. Cut. Go ahead.
Jekyll and Hyde. But anyways, man, the Buffalo Bills could possibly just steamroll these fools, and that's what I'm kind of looking at in this game right here, especially after getting embarrassed by New England last week. So, yeah, I'm gonna take the Buffalo Bills -8.5.
Yeah, that's a heavy number, man. I'll actually, if you give me those 8.5 points, I'll definitely give you the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this game. But let's dive deeper for our fantasy players and for our prop bettors. How can we make this a little bit more attractive for parlays? Let's go into our props or our ops. Jay Reeves, what do you got for us today?
All right, man. I'm gonna start at the very bottom, work my way up to the top, man. We got the boy Mike Evans. Now, this number hasn't officially.
That's freaky. That's kinky.
This number hasn't officially came.
Yeah, it's kinky. It's Halloween. It's spooky season. Go ahead.
This number hasn't officially came out yet, man. But I'm gonna tab the boy Mike Evans at 67.5 yards, and he's actually averaging 78 over the season. But here's the thing with that number. He's only hit 67.5 yards 2 out of 6 games. I don't know, man, but with no Tre'Davious White, I don't know. Poyer's still banged up. The safety's still banged up. This is such a tough one, man. And I like to take overs, but I'm going to have to go Mike Evans under. I'm going Mike Evans under here. He hasn't hit this number a lot. Mike Evans under 67.5.
Man, I think Mike Evans is able to get it done against the Buffalo Bills. It could be a shootout, but even if it's not, like I said, their offense is only predicated on a chuck and duck type experience. They're just going to have somebody throwing it up, whether it's Baker or the backup. They're both going to be kind of just throwing it up there, and, it just kind of falls in his hand. I know the volume isn't where you would like it to be with the target share towards Mike Evans. I know the volume isn't where you like it to be with the receptions that he gets. And like you said, the yardage is suffering because of those things. But if you take into account that he's just a big play machine, that's only 2 catches of 35 plus yards to get there. I think he's able to get it done just with his explosiveness and his reach and everything. So I say he's a prop in that one. Who's the next one you got?
Man, next one we got is the boy James Cook on the list, man. They got his number sitting at 51.5, man. And they kind of always got it sitting at 51.5. But here's the thing. The boy James Cook has hit this number 4 out of the last 7 games, man. He's pretty consistent with his. And if the game script goes the way that we think it's going to go, a Buffalo Bills blowout, James Cook should be soaring over this number, man. So I definitely have James Cook over 51.5 rushing yards.
Man, I guess that kind of mine with this is going to go into tempo. I do know that the best runner on any Bills-led team is always Josh Allen, but that doesn't always equate to yardage. I do think 51 is a pretty achievable number. I just question their commitment to it. The Bills have never been committed to the run game, and until they show me different, I'm going to have to say he's an op with those
Mm-hmm.
with the 51 yards. Although it's very achievable and he deserves it. He a good hard worker. He show up to work every day. He a cook. You know what I'm saying? Yes, chef. I think he's ready to make the plate, but they don't serve him up enough. So Jay Reeves, I'm gonna say op on that one. Who's the next one?
All right, man. This is the final one, and we're going real big on this one, man. It's the boy, Stefan. Can you digs it? Here's the thing,
I
man.
could dig it.
We putting together a whole parlay correlated together for the boy Stefan Diggs. We got him at 86 and a half receiving yards, 6.5 receptions, plus 100 for the anytime touchdown. I've actually been doing this a lot lately, man, just focusing on one player and not putting multiple people in the parlay, just focusing on one dude, and the shit has been booming, man. They got this parlay sitting at plus 376, and I think Stefan crushes this. He's actually hit over 86.5 yards 5 out of the last 7 games, and when he hits, he's hitting for 100. And he's also got 6 touchdowns on the season, man. This seems like light work.
Man, it's just a short week, and that goes into game planning. Like I said, the thing with the Bills is they're inconsistent with their commitment to the run game. They also are inconsistent to commit to their number one receiver sometime. I say all that just because we're podding, and I got to say words over an amount of time like I'm stretching out right now. So I think that Stefan Diggs is definitely the props in this situation. He's going to go over for all the reasons that you said. But, man, we wouldn't have a pod if I wasn't able to kind of argue the contrary. But, yeah, I do think some of the factors weighing against him, short week, coaching, commitment, Josh Allen is kind of a first or second read type quarterback. So if they don't script him in early in the plays, it's going to be tough for him to get that number. But yeah, I think everything you said with the parlay, I think I like the parlay. You know what I'm saying? We'll go with props for Mr. Diggs.
All right, man. That's it, man. Go ahead, wrap us up.
All right, man. This is Beer Bros. Make sure if you fucks with us, subscribe to the channel so you stuck with us. If you want the notifications, hit that bell. We'll ring you all day. Jay Reeves, VO, we out of here. Beer Bros. Cheers.
Tiger.